So now we want to view the accuracy at the end of the prediction. So I'm going to exit from this loop and I'm going to exit. So at the end of the test, we want to see divide the test loss by the number of batches. So I'm going to say test loss is equal to test loss. So that gives us a percentage loss when you divide by the number of batches. Let's see, I call it non-batches. Okay, so we have the percentage test loss, not percentage, but the actual the value divided by that's the actual loss, not in percentage. To get the percentage, we have to multiply by 100. So correct predictions is equal to correct divided by the size, the total size. Okay, so we have the test loss, we have the correct. We now want to calculate the accuracy. I'm going to use string interpolation once again. So I'm going to print f. So accuracy. The accuracy is going to be the correct times 100, right? Correct times 100 to give us the percentage. You can actually then I want to display as a floating point. Let's see, so we are interpolating here, so I'm going to close this. I'm going to do this calculation inside the curly braces, and we are going to display it as a float with 1 decimal point, f, right? Float with 1 decimal point, and I want to put percentage right there. So put the percentage sign. Now we also want to display the average loss is going to be what? Average loss is going to be the test loss. And I want to display as a floating point with 8 characters, or with a width of 8. So 8, and it's going to be a floating point, and just give a new line. Okay. So we are trying to display the test error on so let me just print something else here. Model accuracy and loss. Okay, so put a new line here as well. Perfect. So let's see. So we actually calculated the predicted value, we calculate the test loss, we accumulate all the test losses, we calculate the correct predictions, we accumulate it, and then we calculate the percentage of the correct predictions, the percentage of the loss, and we display it using interpolation. Name test loader is not defined. Let's see. Size is equal to test loader. Is it test loader or test data loader? I think it's test data loader. Yeah, I think so. So it's going to be test data loader dot dataset. Okay. So let's run again to see. Tensor object has no attribute arg. Do I use, argmax. So this is argmax to be the maximum, the most accurate prediction. So let's run again. Yes. So it's giving us 713600. Why is it giving us this? Okay, so I see where the problem is coming from. So I have a typo here. So you can see right here, correct is equal to correct. So I'm going to just correct it, and let's redo the testing again. And so I'm going to click, and the accuracy is 71.4, accuracy 71.4, and that is not bad. So but if we go back to do another training, so let's see, let me do the training one more time, and I'm going to test again because I think I should have better accuracy. 9, 10. Okay, so let's try to test again. So I'm going to run the test one more time. You can see accuracy now improved to 78.0. So let's run the test, the training again. Normally, the more you train, the better accuracy you get. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so let's see. I'm going to do the test again. And the accuracy now increases to 79.7. So we are making some progress. So I think you understand how it goes at this point. Okay, so we've completed step 11. We are now going to move to step 12. In step 12, we are now going to try to save. You learn how to save your model so that you can actually reuse it anytime. You don't have to write all the logic once again. You want to save your model locally and be able to reuse it. So I'm going to stop here. I would like to thank you for viewing. Please remember to subscribe to my channel, and we see you in the next part.